Hey, what's up, dudes? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Mortal Kombat video. So, today, I want to talk about Omni-Man and Homelander in Mortal Kombat 1. There's obviously, like, the big comparison that they are both Superman-esque characters. And that is true. That's very true. But I have an idea that I think, with as wild as NetherRealm have gone with Mortal Kombat 1 and the different character archetypes for fighting games that they have in here, I think they might create, I could be incorrect on this, someone might have to correct me in the comments, I think they might create a new fighting game archetype that will be insane. So stay tuned for that. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. This is hype. Omni-Man is coming soon. Maybe. Ed Boon said he would not have gameplay at New York Comic Con, but we'll see what happens. He's a troll. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it. So Omni-Man and Homelander. Obviously, Superman characters, very similar. How will one play differently from the other? Well, I think you really have to look at the characters, what piece of media they're being pulled from. With Omni-Man, it's very similar because it was a cartoon show, so it was very faithful to the comics. But The Boys, on the other hand, is very, very different, widely different than the comic was. So we really have to pull them from which form of media they're being used in. So we'll start with Homelander. How would he might play? How would he might play? How would he play? Maybe. Homelander, I think, will be the Superman archetype put into Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat 1, there is no lie, there's no secret about it. Mortal Kombat 1 plays very similar to Injustice 2, but with a block button, without the traits, obviously, or the back 3. Sorry, the back X for people who don't know Mortal Kombat fighting game notation. So it's basically an Injustice game, skinned in Mortal Kombat with a couple of features removed and a couple of features added. So I really do think that they're going to pull Homelander into the game and pull Superman's playstyle, like his kit, not exact, obviously. They wouldn't do that, I don't think, but they'll pull probably some very similar aspects of how Superman played in Injustice 2 and put that onto Homelander with, obviously, like some of his more special moves, because Homelander in The Boys is shown to be more of the evil Superman character, using the laser eyes, using the power breath, the thunderclap on that one dude's ears, that poor guy. The super strength is all around for both of these characters, as is flight, but Homelander is shown to use laser eyes specifically more than Omni-Man, and that's why I think they'll end up using Superman's archetype for Homelander, because that was a big part of Superman's playstyle in the Injustice games. Is he probably going to be somewhat of a zoner? Yeah, because Superman was, but Superman also had insane pressure with, I think it was his forward 2-4. Super annoying, super hard to deal with. We'll see what happens there. But what will they do with Omni-Man? If Homelander's playing like Superman, then what could they possibly do with Omni-Man? Well, I have an idea for that. You'll have to stick with me. I think it's a little weird. Obviously, I don't work at NetherRealm. I don't design these characters, so I don't know if this is what they're going to do or if they even thought of it. But I think it's an interesting thought. Now, like I said, I don't know if I've seen this in any other fighting game, so I am calling it a new fighting game character archetype. So if we look at how Mortal Kombat 1 plays, what it has, we look at Reiko. He is a command grab character. Normal fighting game character archetype in Mortal Kombat 1, command grabs. Every Mortal Kombat's have one. And then we look at Natara, who has a lot of float cancels and air dashes. Almost, not quite, an 8-way air dash, like, it's either 7 or 8-way, like that was in not Mortal Kombat, but Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 with Nova, and Phoenix, I think, had an 8-way. I'm pretty sure Doctor Doom and Strange and Infinite might have had an 8-way, but we have those characters, the float cancels, the 8-way air dashes. Natara is kind of that character in Mortal Kombat 1. So what I think they're going to do with Omni-Man, what I hope they're going to do, is make him a rush down, float, 8-way air dash canceling command grab character, grappler. I think that would be super interesting and actually fit the character pretty well. And a lot of things that we saw for Invincible, a lot of fight scenes in that show, the one that sticks in my mind the most is the one at the end of episode 1 where he demolishes a whole group. If you guys haven't seen it yet and want to watch it, but haven't gotten around to it, I don't want to spoil anything here because it's pretty hype. where he demolishes a group of people at the end of episode 1, I believe it was. He's a very hand-to-hand, in-your-face, brutish character, slinging people around. So, and he also fights. So you put those two together, and you kind of have like a new fighting game archetype. And I think that would be super interesting to see in Mortal Kombat 1. And a lot of people are judging NetherRealm based on their decision to add Omni-Man and Homelander, because everybody's just like, well, it's just 2 Superman characters. Why would you do that? Pick another character, you know, whatever. But I wouldn't think that they would do this unless they had a sick idea for at least one of the characters to completely differentiate them from the other character and from the Superman archetype in general. Just because he's a character who flies and has super strength does not make him Superman, and he does not have to play like that. I think it would be very interesting to have. Maybe I'm blanking. I'm even trying to think of like Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm thinking of like SNK and shit like that. And I cannot think of a float cancel command grab character. To have that as the very first in Mortal Kombat, I mean, that's iconic. Mortal Kombat's been a first for a lot of things, and another first would be insane. I think they're plotting something with this character. I think he's going to be insane. I think all the DLC characters are going to be insane. I'm very excited for Peacemaker as well, even though I am afraid he's going to end up like RoboCop Part 2. I'm really scared of that, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think they could do with Homelander and Omni-Man? How do you think they could differentiate the characters? Do you like my idea? Do you have an idea for how one or the other could play, or both? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's talk about this. But anyways, dudes, that's going to do it for me. My name is Tootin. I've been your host. Make sure to check out the live stream probably later tonight. We'll see. And check out the gameplay video coming out tomorrow. But anyways, again, that's going to do it for me. I'll see you dudes next time. Peace out.